White black at you, right black at you, right black at you. White black at you. All right, all right, all right. This is the Few the Proud of For Real TV. And I'm coming to you live in living color. Let me get myself on the screen here. Okay. This is the Few the Proud of For Real TV, as you can see on the screen now. And if anyone wants to come in, comment or anything, will come on the screen. All you got to do is tap on that right there, and it should bring you right in. Okay. Once again, this is the Few the Proud of For Real TV, and of course, I'm your host, Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. And how's everyone doing this evening? I hope you're fine. I hope your families are fine. And the topic for the night: do we as Black people have any boundaries? Do we have any boundaries? Because I don't see any. When I ride around these streets, I don't see any boundaries. And I know you're probably saying, well, what you mean by boundaries? The way we treat one another. It used to be codes. I put boundaries up there, but we used to have boundaries, which is the same thing as codes. There's certain things we wouldn't do, certain things we wouldn't say to each other. You know what I'm saying? I can remember being in the universities in the 80s, and the young brothers were coming there talking that nigga, you know what I'm saying? We didn't play that back then. The little brothers was getting whooped for calling us niggas. We didn't play that back then, but they have commercialized it. They have commercialized everything. I want to give a shout out to the For Real team, and give a shout out to the For Real team. I'm gonna give a shout out to my little brother Charleston White, my nephew. Charleston White, that's my little nephew. Give a shout out to friends and family all around the world. Peace and Black power to you, and I hope you had a good, prosperous day. I'm gonna take my time here. I'm not in no rush. You know, so if anyone want to chime in, feel free. Do we have any boundaries? You know, see, we used to have codes we lived by. You know, I mean, not just in the street. We had street codes, but you also had family codes. You had family codes. There was some things that you wouldn't do at a family outing or at a family member's house. You dig what I'm saying? Today, we do and say anything. We're very disrespectful people. We have no boundaries. You know, I can remember growing up, man, shooting dice on the corner, drinking wine. But if an elder was coming down the street, we moved the dice, we moved the wine, the beer, and if you had a cigarette in your hand, you put it behind your back. And we all spoke and stood up straight. I'm Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so. And didn't start back till they got all the way down the street. And didn't start back till they got all the way down the street. Then we bring everything back out. Start back doing what we was doing. Then was codes. I mean, it's respect, but still, that respect was codes. Boundaries that we would not cross. It was boundaries you wouldn't cross at home, even if your mom and daddy wasn't home. It was still some things that you wouldn't do, even if your mom and pops wasn't there. There's still some things that you just wasn't gonna do. Some things that you just wasn't gonna do. You understand me? You know, so I was talking to one of my brothers on the phone, a member of the For Real team, and he the one pretty much me and him And this popped into my mind from the conversation that we was having. I feel better over here. But from the conversation we was having, you know, and that's how I came up with this topic. I told him, I said, you know what? I just come up with a topic. Boundaries. Do we have boundaries? Even in fighting. When we was coming up, man, we ain't stumped nobody, kicked nobody while they was on the ground. When we fought, if I got you to the ground and got on top of you, that was it. We would let each other up. That's it. If I let you up and you want to go another round, then we want another round. But stumping you and kicking you and all in your face and all that, man, we didn't do all that. You see what I'm saying? Because it was even boundaries in that. It was boundaries in our fighting. Once we got you down, and our man, we won. So we let you up. If you want to go another round, we went another round. You dig what I'm saying? But that's how that went, because we have boundaries. We have boundaries in everything. We have boundaries the way we talk to each other. We have boundaries the way we when we talk to a girl. When we was coming up, you know, we call it rapping. You dig what I'm saying? These young brothers, they don't know nothing about rapping. They don't know nothing about putting no rap down, as we call putting the rap down. And this is before rap music. We call it a rap before rap music. If you say rap, they think you're talking about rap music. But I understand that because that's where they come from. That's the era that they come from. But do we as Black people have boundaries? And I say no, because we'll do anything to one another. We'll do, these days you do your own brother and sister. These days, you'll do your own brothers and sisters. And I hate to say it, but I'm gonna keep it real. I think that started in the crack era. That started in the crack era. That crack era made us out of freaking animals. It made us out of animals. And what we're dealing with today is the crack babies. That's what we're dealing with today. The crack babies. Boundaries. And the boundaries I'm talking about, you know, has to do with your morals, your morals, your character, your integrity. You understand what I'm saying? Because all that shows in your boundaries. It's because it's a code. It's what I call, for brothers, call menstite. But you have to be a man to understand menstite. Menstite means means character. It means your honor, your integrity. That's menstite. That if I give you my word, you got something. And you can carry it to the bank and you ain't gonna need no pistol when you get there, because they already know you coming. Because I stand on my menstite. I stand on my menstite. That's all I'm saying. Boundaries covers all that. Morals, integrity, your character. All that is surrounded, is wrapped around your boundaries. Because there's some things that you just ain't gonna do. There's some things that you're just not gonna do. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay. But this is the Few the Proud, the For Real TV. And the floor is open for comments if anybody want to come in. If anybody want to come in. Okay. Let's I think just excuse me a minute here. I'm trying to look at something. Okay. That's working right. I'm just trying to make sure some things is working right. A couple of different platforms, so I'm just trying to make sure that they coming through. A couple of different platforms I'm live on, and I just want to make sure they all working. That's all I'm doing here. Trying to give people time to get into the building. You know, nothing spectacular. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing spectacular, you know, but yeah, boundaries. You know, where are we with boundaries? Where are we with boundaries? You know, me, it's just some things that I ain't gonna do. You understand what I'm saying? It's just some things I ain't gonna do. You know, me personal. You know, I'm gonna stand on what I say, 10 toes down. You dig what I'm saying? 10 toes down. You know, and anybody that really know me, they already know that. Because I could be bullheaded. Once I set my mind, that's it. I could be bullheaded, man. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna stand on it. So if I give you my word, I'm gonna stand on it. I'm standing on it, you know? But yeah, boundaries. This is the Future Proud of For Real TV. I got the floor open for comments. If anybody want to come in. Boundaries is something we had. We look here. Our people come off the plantation with boundaries. And passed them boundaries down to us. And we lost them. And to be honest with you, I think we really lost them in that crack era. Because even if you go through the 50s and 60s with the heroin epidemic, you still had black families prospering and still kept them codes. Still kept them codes, man. Still kept them boundaries. It was just, you know, some things that they ain't gonna do. Because if you think about it, going through the 50s and the 60s, 70s, with the heroin epidemic, you still had we still owned our hoods. We had communities then, even though it was you know, heroin. You understand? But we still had our communities though. We still had stores. The people at the corner store still looked like you. You knew who they were. You knew their kids. You went to school with their kids. You dig what I'm saying? Crack air destroyed us, man. But there's always a plan to make us overstep our boundaries. We overstepped our boundaries. What's his name? McDowell? I think what was his name? He had a store on 125th in Shaw, right before you get to St. Clair, right there. McDowell, what was his name? McCall. I heard him say one time, and this was I think this was late 80s, early 90s. And he said, black people got too much freedom. And I was looking at him like he was a damn fool. You understand what I'm saying? I was looking at him as he was a fool. But as I look, he was right. We had all the freedom to destroy ourselves. We had just enough freedom to destroy ourselves. See, we don't have it's like we don't have struggles now. When I mean by struggles, I ain't talking about individual struggles. I'm talking about struggles as a people. See, during the 60s, when you had the black nationals, you had the Martin Luther King thing, Brother Malcolm them, they all had a struggle. They had a struggle they was fighting against. So that kept the unity. We have no struggles. We have struggles but don't know it. We have struggles as a people but don't know it. Because everything has been so commercialized to us that we don't even know it. Everything is commercialized to us. We're like a bunch of children. I see them in the street act like children, grown people. I'm sure you see it too. But we have no struggle. And when you lose the struggle, you lose the unity. You understand? You lose the unity. And that's what's been happening. We got all kind of struggles, but we don't come together on the struggles. That will bring the unity back. That will bring back the togetherness. As I say, that will be the way to take back the hood. Take back the hood. This is the Future Proud of For Real TV. I thought I was gonna have some people come in. Ain't nobody coming in, so I don't know, But yeah, that's that struggle ain't there. Our kids getting killed in the street. That should be a bigger struggle than anything in the world. I'm talking about look here, talking about riding the back of the bus. Now you went from the back of the bus to the front of the bus to driving the bus, and you're worse off. Should I say it again? You went from the back of the bus to the front of the bus to driving the bus, and you're worse off. We're worse off than what we were in the 60s, 70s, early 80s. Probably don't even want to count the 80s. Early 80s. Yeah, early 80s. 81, 82, we were still doing pretty good in our neighborhoods, because they had went to neighborhoods by then. They had went to neighborhoods by then, As they said, take a village. But you can't have a village in the hood. You can't have you barely can have a village in the neighborhood, because a neighborhood is something you move in and move out. You see what I'm saying? Community is when you got down-rooted people. That's a community. A community is when you down-root. You down-root. That's a community. When they went from community to neighborhoods, and then it went from neighborhoods to hood. Ain't no village there. There's no village there. So I don't know. But once again, this is the Future Proud of For Real TV. And you see I'm nice and calm. I ain't hyped up like I normally be in my car. Because sometimes I be in my car, I be hyped up, man, because I've been seeing so much degradation, man, that it's pitiful, man. Sometimes what I see in these hoods that I'm in and out of, it says I see the conditions of my people. I see the condition of my people, man. It's a shame. And I can't see how nobody wants to do anything about it, or at least try. I mean, what kind of God, you know, because I know that's the word y'all use, because I don't call it that, but I'm gonna use the word because you have to use the language of the people. What kind of God do y'all serve? What kind of God do y'all serve when you see the conditions of your people and it don't bother you? What kind of God are you serving? You need to think about that. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You need to think about that. What kind of God can you serve when the condition of your people don't bother you because you doing okay? Think about that. What kind of God can you be serving? You see the condition of these children out here, man. These babies out here killing each other like it's going out of style. These babies out here hungry. When this country sending billions and billions of dollars to other cities to fight, to other countries to fight war, but they won't wipe out your student loan. They won't wipe out your student loan, but they can send billions to other countries to fight wars. Billions to fight wars, but won't save the ones they got here. That's because they have no concern for you, and we have no concern for one another. Think about that. Think about that. We have no concern for one another, and they have none for us. I told a sister the other day that I have to fight y'all. I had to fight the white man, and I had to fight y'all. I got to fight my own people. I have to fight my own people. And I tell myself every day, I tell myself every day, you know, because I don't want to hate my people. I don't want to hate my people. I don't want to hate my people, but y'all are some hateful people. Look at the things that you do to one another. The things that I see in the street. Things that I see out there. What kind of God can you be serving? What, you want to run the church every Sunday, this hallelujah? That's the Badlands. I call the church is the Badlands. You remember the cowboy movie we used to watch when you were a kid, and even still now, they got a place where up in between the mountains somewhere. They call it the Badlands. Is where all the hookers and the outlaws go hide out at and do whatever they want to do. They hide out from the law there. The Badlands. That's what the church is today. You run there because you've been doing dirt all week, and you don't intend on changing. So you figure you go to church Sunday, you get your sins wiped away, you can start all over again. And you got it from the Catholic Church. But I know this, I don't say you're not a Catholic, because you are. Because all of them come from Catholics, from the Catholic Church, from the Roman Empire. They all come from there. So do some research before you open your mouth and say what you're not. That's the Badlands. You run there because you're still doing the dirt. You're the one doing all the dirt. If you're doing it, you could be doing it with a pen and paper. Well, Mr. Gilmore job doing it. Pen and paper, you're doing it for him too. These rappers, I ain't even finna get back on them. These rappers are the Ku Klux Klan. These rappers are the Ku Klux Klan. But what can I say? This is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV. I don't know where everybody at tonight. Ain't nobody coming in tonight, but it's okay. It's okay. The reason why it's okay for me, because I'm used to putting in the work anyway. You dig what I'm saying? It's no problem with me. You dig? I've been putting in work. Ain't no sense of thinking I'm gonna stop now. You dig? Oh, I forgot to start up my what's the name? But it's okay. My Instagram. But this is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV. You dig what I'm saying? The topic for the night is: do we as Black people have any boundaries? Do we have any boundaries? Do we have any boundaries? Because we done got so we do anything to one another. But I don't know. Maybe this topic might have been a little too deep for some people. You dig what I'm saying? That's all I want you to do is think anyway. Everything I do is just to make you think. That's all I want you to do is think. You don't have to think like me. You don't have to think like me. I just want you to think. Don't just use your head for a hat rack. I just want you to think. That's all. I just want you to think. I know I can be strong and you folks get offended, get into your feelings. You understand what I'm saying? Talking about my delivery. What about these rappers' delivery? What about the deliveries you hear in these streets? And you talking about my delivery. Our babies out here dying and you talking about my delivery. And you're talking about my delivery. The hell with you weak people. All that lets me know is you're weak. You ain't the ones to say that, you weak, you ain't gonna do anything anyway. Worried about my delivery when the babies is dying. Whatever come out my mouth should make you still think about these babies out here dying. But you won't tell me about my delivery because you're weak. I know what it is because you're weak. Cowards. About my delivery. I had to check somebody on that. You want to tell me about my delivery, but you gonna listen to a rap song where a girl talking about a brown booty hole or something. I don't forget a little rap girl name. But you gonna talk about my delivery? Man. This is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV, and I just want to come on and put a little something up. I see nobody wants to come in. You understand? And it's okay. So, I guess I'm going to sign on out. So this is the Few, the Proud, the For Real TV. And everybody have a good evening. And peace and Black power. I'm out of here.